In our journey through the book of Acts, we've seen our series go from on mission to now what we're calling transformation. And while the title doesn't matter all that much, the message has been the same throughout. And it's this, that the good news, the very gospel of Jesus Christ, is what compels us into the world. That we, His people, exist not because God created a church first, but that God gave His people a mission. And out of the amazing mission of God, the church was born. Well, I'm thinking about the church. More often than not, a building comes to mind. A building with a steeple where some people gather on Sundays to sing some songs and to listen to a sermon. But the Bible paints a very different picture for the church. The Bible paints a picture that's more like a pasture than a building. More like the people of God who are gathered on a journey, going somewhere on this mission, than coming together to sit in a structure. And it's with that reference that we often hear the Bible speak of the church, the people of God, as sheep. In fact, some 700 times in Scripture do we see things like sheep and lambs and shepherds. In fact, probably the most common passage that many of us know and love in Scripture, the 23rd Psalm, talks in great detail about the people of God as sheep and God as our great shepherd. Well, I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up in an agrarian society. I'm a city dweller, and so oftentimes a lot of the analogies and the metaphors and the illustrations that Scripture uses that has to do with agriculture or animals or farming is oftentimes missed on us. And that's why I find myself here, out somewhat in a pasture, trying to better understand what it means when the Bible talks about His church as sheep needing a shepherd. The idea that the people of God are to be like the sheep who need shepherds to love and to guide, to nurture and to protect them. That the model of the church would be more like a shepherd to his sheep rather than CEOs to their business. So you need to understand that you're not just part of the church, but you are the church. It's an individual and a corporate mentality all rolled up into one. Like a singular sheep within the herd, one doesn't survive without the other. We need each other. We need each other to advance the mission of God. We need each other to understand that we are the people of God. So I guess we could say that we're sheep on a mission. I guess that sounds a little bit better than saying we're transformationing into sheep. That's kind of weird. But the big idea is that in order to live out our role and mission, we've got to understand the very core of our identity, who God has created us to be as the people of God, the sheep of His pasture, to understand how we're to live together as the church so that we can better live as the church on a mission. Because at the very core of it, it's our identity that transforms our mission.